What's happening? Good morning. This is Isaiah Coleman with Masculinity Monday, brought to you by The Connected. I'm the curator of The Connected. I love Masculinity Monday because we get to talk about topics that relate to our masculinity. We like to discover or explore different avenues to become healthier with our masculinity, healthier in managing our masculinity, and how we use our masculinity to help change the world and help serve others and help just be more connected and more inspiring within your community. So again, super excited about what we're going to talk about today. I want to talk to y'all about the importance, man, and really I want to charge you all with the importance of being a present male and present role model in a young person's life, in a young boy's life. But I really want to dig into the importance of being present, not just in the lives or the life of your young boy, but how can you be present in the lives of young boys who don't have a father? All right, who don't have a father. And I'm not saying you need to run out right now and, go mentor a kid. If you're not ready, then don't do that. If you don't feel like you have the time, you have the resources, you have the energy to pour completely into a young person, because the one important piece of pouring into a young person is consistency. And if you can't be consistent about it, then don't bother doing that. But what I'm saying is find a way, whether it's your nephew, whether it's a younger cousin, whether it's the neighbor, so make it as simple for you as possible, if life can impede on it, on serving in this way. But I got to read some statistics for you that involve young boys, particularly young boys who do not have a male present in their life as a father, as a mentor, how their percentage doubles, sometimes triples, in the areas of delinquency and crime, into drug addiction, into academic performance. So it's super important. If you're a healthy man, if you practice healthy masculinity, I'm charging you to get outside, get out and help these young people. Young men of color in particular need this. I just a few days ago, I'm driving with my wife and my sons, and we're at a stoplight on this busy highway here in the tri-state, here in New Jersey. And at the corner of this stoplight was a mom and a young son. Her son had to be 4 years old, no older than my oldest, 4, maybe 5 years old. She's on the corner selling candy bars and water bottles. And the condition, like cold water bottles, right? But it wasn't a hot day. So I can't imagine many people were pulling over trying to buy a water bottle from this woman. And I just remember feeling like, wow, man, like that's traumatic. That right there is traumatic. That right there will stick with that boy for the rest of his life. And he'll look at it maybe as a crutch, like, man, be embarrassed by it. But the one thing I said to my wife, I'm like, nah, to be honest, like that's going to build some resilience in that young boy. That young boy is going to grow up with a certain level of like grit to him, where he can beat challenges if somebody gives him the right perspective. If there's a man out there who can help take his wounds and where he was struggling, once he's a young man, once he's a teenager, and turn that into his power, his superpower. You know what I mean? But it really does take a man to be able to do that. And I just think there's a lot of young boys out here, man. I was one of them at one point, and who, needed a man in their life to guide them, to give them the game so that, they can learn things quicker and not having to go through a really tough time, to learn a lesson, but get those lessons, in real time. So I just said that to say, fathers, husbands, leaders, men, healthy men, get out there and help your community. Get out there, help your family, and get out there and ultimately help yourself. All right. I hope this was helpful to somebody, man. This is Masculinity Monday. I'm Isaiah Coleman. Tune in for next week's episode, and I'll see you then. Like, follow, subscribe for more. Peace.